need to be able to disengage, set things up. It's a map set presented by Toyota. The Oasis Haran
the pillar, so he's breaking line of sight until he's ready to come forward. Rhea goes for a defensive self-destruct here, right side of the point. It doesn't really seem to bother the Titans at all though as they maneuver around that main pillar, blocking damage. And now they have a defensive self-destruct of their own. Note that those aren't being used so much anymore to get kills, but to protect the team from the advance of their opponents. Gooseberry gets himself a sound barrier. He went for the Earth Shatter, and Bumpers finally has been felled. Janu now desuited, and Hangzhou Spark are on the fast track to winning a team fight, but it had to be here. The Vancouver Titans are already at 95%.
Yeah, at the cost of what though? Winning this team fight.
Be worried about getting shattered from his right or your left from Gooseberry's perspective.
Gooseberry's down the hole again.
There it is! Godsby knocked to the ground. He had the Graviton Surge, and now it's a matter of getting rid of him, but the Transcendence had to be pulled out at that time. Gooseberry returns to the fight again, this time very indignant. He lets an Earth Shatter go pretty much straight away and almost gets knocked down the pit once more. That would have been 3 from 3. Rhea sends a mech down, but the Graviton Surge connects and everybody is caught together. Rhea realizes there is no way he's getting out of this one. Not even with Warp Thrusters can he escape the Vancouver Titans. Map 1. Pretty cruisy stuff for Vancouver.
Yeah, and the two boot playing against Vancouver though, it's a little bit of a wake-up call. Like our aggressive is not the good old light speed yeet with the shield.
I tell you, bro! Come on!
that was pretty light speed.
Adora sees him coming, Seoul Min Soo's forced to play from the fringes now, and he preferred the silence of outer space! But they're gonna push you now, and somehow, someway, it's always Bumper to save the day. Godsby and Gooseray are down, and Adora, well, he's gonna be struggling as well.
Hey, look, I mean, we see that the Sombra is obviously the key of this comp right there. The Sombra did nothing. I mean, I think IDK does get hacked here.
Coalescence from the back of the room. Axel eats most of that now. And it's the Transcendence inside the grab. So Bumper and Co are going to be fine. Bumper's shield is low, but I think he wants to use it right now. I think he'd rather attack than protect. Gooseray has an Earth Shatter. Where does he use it? Ah, it's beautiful. Gets 2. Slime and Janu off to the ground, and Bumper just cleaned up. Fantastic work by Gooseray. Adora harassing Seoul Min Soo right now. Slime trying to peel for his side. Shatter comes in, but there was a sound barrier to respond. Obviously, the Spark had one of their own. Janu with a self-destruct. That's just come online, but he didn't have a chance to really get it off. There it is. Gooseray can just block it, though. Still get 2, though. Somehow IDK and Adora are going to get taken down by that self-destruct, and now the Transcendence on the point. Janu doesn't have a mech, but Seoul Min Soo is still here to do work. Earth Shatter from Gooseray, though, will knock the Zarya down, and that is where the Spark need to focus. They need to get rid of that hero. Janu's down. Bebe found him, and there it is. They're forced up.
Bebe gets low, so they use the repair pack onto him.
On a Zen? Oh, Bumper. Well, he goes in and gets himself killed. Maybe the Vancouver Titan style doesn't work well for these assault maps either, but
I just think it's like I don't know if Vancouver needs to play Sombra. I think they need to know how to counter it. So right now they're gonna have Twilight come down, try and transcend on the point. They lose Seoul Min Soo as well for the headshot from Bebe, but with all the ultimates and real estate on the point, you're going to get very close to taking this for the Spark.
The Titans are completely split right now. They've only got a Zenyatta. They've got a supports left on towards this left-hand side of the point. And it's not going to look good. Gooseray goes for a Shatter, and he knows that this one is done. The Hangzhou Spark leagues ahead of the Vancouver Titans, especially when it comes to this map. The question is, can they show that same level of dominance over the rest of the maps left in this series? Because the Titans don't look too bothered about it. They're pretty familiar.
He hits everybody the whole time.
Except for, I'd say there was like one sound barrier that he didn't get on. Titans have done that. Should serve them well. They won't be expecting this though, Twilight. Huxel stunned up. Todsby had some help. That was very clever. He was chased in by Adora. Adora helped him out, got the
take
stun.
Advantage of it. Go. Like they're down their break.
They lost their opening, man. What can they do here, though? Transcendence is just enough. The self-destruct here. Bebe! Oh, yeah, he got caught by that one. Slime that went down to the Graviton Surge of Godsby, and Bumper hastily, sheepishly even, gets his shield up and backs up. He's waiting for Gooseray to start swinging on his left. The Bumper's running out of time. He needs to go for a play here because his shield's about to get broken. He goes for the Shatter. He gets no one.
Like, this is where the Spark should have been way more aggressive. They're very close.
They managed to touch just in time, and the Hangzhou Spark are very quickly forced off of the payload, but they disengage. They can come back in. Janu now getting knocked out of his mech, but so is Rhea. That payload, though, is being held in stasis, and Rhea got finished off by Huxel now, with IDK being the only player that can stay on the payload for the time being. He took a lot of damage, and Seoul Min Soo That's 100 charge. That's the danger zone now. Gooshwa's got to be careful. The Graviton Surge now being thrown out at the Titans. Can there be follow-up? Gooshwa trying to get in there with the charge, but Bumper was right on top of it. And now it's just going to be IDK. At this rate, the Hangzhou Spark don't have enough time to get a full 6 players on the payload. They need to fight with what they have. Janu shut down Godspeed. They got it just in time. Rhea snuck on there.
Well, IDK was booping players back as well. They pick up the kill.
This bus.
And they got 2 support ults here to work with. They're going to use the sound barrier. Now they're going to get aggressive.
The Titans are dead. They're in big trouble. Huxal is very low. He was able to get the rally off. That was about it. Bumper's down over there. Huge shatter. As soon as Bumper went down, Gooshwa drops the hammer. And the Hangzhou Spark bring their full weight down on the Titans, who are running out of time. They used a lot of their big ultimates in that previous fight, and their option to start thin out.
That fight is basically lost when he uses it.
Gooshwa gets a bubble, but that's going to run out pretty quickly. Bumper trying to go for a cheeky little shatter behind it. It doesn't work. Rhea self-destruct defensive, but no one's there to be clipped by it. And IDK and Rhea are trying to keep the payload going, but they're low. And the Vancouver Titans, once more, they're put up against the wall, and they still triumph. They maintain an unbeaten record on Nombani, and they get themselves within striking distance of another series victory. Tested in this stage.
Yeah, Savannah could be potentially lead.
Shatter is there for both Bumper and Gooshwa. Self-destruct is also there. The Titans are trying to build up maybe a Transcendence, get some more of those ultimates ready. Here comes our Rhea self-destruct over the top. It doesn't find anything, but Janu's gone down. Both teams are trading out their divas, but Janu's found 2. Godspeed, 2 on the Zarya though. Now it's going to be the Graviton Surge. Haxel and Bumper are inside. Adora cutting through the shield with the flail. Now it's just Bumper from a distance though. Twilight is sending those orbs in here, but it's just Bumper. He has to charge back away. Twilight will stay on the payload, try and keep it contested inside the Transcendence, but eventually that's going to run out, and so is his luck. He's forced to back away, and Janu returns to the fight here on the Wrecking Ball. Immediately gets discorded, immediately taken down. Rhea's also back, and the Vancouver Titans are forced to find you. If that is the case, then that could have been a big throw for the Hangzhou Spark. Rhea now tries to go for a MP, but his team's already caught inside a Graviton Surge. It's got to be more than this for the Spark. They need to come forward now, but Bumper is ready for an Earth Shatter, ready to shut them down. Translocator over the top, and Rhea doesn't have that EMP anymore. That one has gone to waste long ago. Shatter in. Slime is actually knocked down. No one from the Spark affected by the Shatter, but a Biotic Grenade on Gooshwa is going to make life hard, and Adora and IDK have already gone
they're
down.
doing
You
it.
can't tell me this is where it ends. The Hangzhou Spark came so close, and now it's the Vancouver Titans' turn to hold them back. Janu to add insult to injury, eats Godspeed's Graviton Surge, and yet again, no one can bring down the Vancouver Titans just when we thought the balance of power was switching.
The Spark are stunned.
I think that's what happened with Rhea and that Translocator. I think he didn't realize he'd already placed one down in a heat of battle.